So welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I've got a pillion with me today. Got a new camera angle, gonna switch to that now. It's the back cam. So there we go, Batman's on the back there, he's having a good time, hopefully he doesn't blow away. That's my new camera angle, he's having so much fun. Anyway, let's get into the video. So, today's video, we're talking about, again, I've done a video on this before, the new Suzuki Hayabusa, and how I think it's just so underwhelming, boring and bland of Suzuki to come out with this bike. They've just done nothing, nothing innovative, nothing exciting about this bike. Now, I've watched a couple of videos on it. I've watched MCN's review of it, I've watched 44 Teeth's review of it, and I've just finished watching Lamb Chop Rides, and yeah, his video was probably, out of them, was probably the best. 44 Teeth was second best, and MCN's was it was alright, a bit mediocre. Anyway, but you could tell when the guy was reviewing it, they weren't too impressed with the bike. And Lamb Chop Rides brought all that up in his video, which was really good. It was good to see. People were a bit unimpressed with the fact that they didn't bring out a 6-cylinder or a supercharged or a turbo engine or anything like that. And Suzuki's excuse for that was it would bump the price up. I mean, the price is good, 16,000, but like we said, it's all moved on. Bikes, 2010. Bikes have all moved on since 2010. With the BMW S1000R, a sports bike that comes with heated grips. What does the Suzuki Hayabusa come with? Does it come with heated grips? No, at least I don't think so. It's got a load of electronic controls on it, electronic aids, rider stability, however, which is good, but they were doing that 10 years ago. They were introducing all of this 10 years ago. And on a hyperbike, this is what they're touting it as, they should have done it back then. They should have thrown all of that on the bike back then, but they didn't, did they? And now they're playing catch up. And it's like Lamb Chop said, this bike it's like a one-off. It's neither a sports bike nor a tourer, because like he said, it's too uncomfortable. It's too much of a sports riding position. And the guy in MCN picked that up as well. He's only 5'7", and he found it cramped. And are you going to ride for any amount of distance on a bike that's being touted as a sports tourer or a hyper bike, hyper tourer, whatever you want to call it? Are you going to ride that? No, you're not, are you? Ridiculous. Anyway, and which brings me on to the next point. I've said it before. Tank range. With the tank is only good for what? 130 miles. Then you're going to have to fill it up. And if you're doing any serious speed on it, like you're going to do, because it's going to be super fast, that ain't going to last that long, is it? Especially if you're on an autobahn. Which brings me to my next point, and my next gripe in my rant is, why did they test it? Why did they do the launch over here in the UK? Why did they not do it in Europe? Say, for instance, Germany with autobahns with unrestricted roads. Why didn't they do that? No, what they did was, they did it in the UK on our crappy little roads, and on a runway, get this, and this cracked me up, a runway which isn't even a mile long to do top speed runs. So the bike couldn't even get up to its top speed. And do you know why I think that was? Because they're embarrassed, because they detuned it. The bike is slower than the Gen 2 and the Gen 1, and I reckon that's why they did it. The whole bike is just an embarrassment. I've been a bit critical, obviously, but it is. It's just an absolute embarrassment. Let's speed up a bit for Batman, see how he likes this. Woohoo! So yeah, I'm very underwhelmed, very disappointed. Yeah, it's a good price. However, it's a boring bike, isn't it? At the end of the day, you've got all the new super sports will outdo this bike on a track, on the road. And the other thing that grabs me is like this, they're going about how slippery it is, the aerodynamics. It's just like, yeah, brilliant, yeah, nice one. Aerodynamics, but it's slower than the other two bikes that preceded it. You know what I mean? It's just like, why bother with the aerodynamics? It looks the same, and it's slower. Plus, it hasn't got integrated luggage. If you want to go touring on it, you've got to throw a set of luggage on the back of it. That's going to bugger up all the aerodynamics, isn't it? That's hard for me to say, isn't it, aerodynamics? Pardon me. So what's all that about? So yeah, I'm as you can see, I'm emotionally upset about the whole thing. Let's get in front of this Porsche. It's just such a, oh, look at this fucking idiot in the BT van. Nice one, Bellend. Ooh, fucking hell. What do you do that for? It's yeah, just very, very disappointed. Very, very disappointing. So yeah, let me know your views on it down in the comments box down below. Throw them in there. What do you think? Do you think that they've ballsed it up? Do you think they've made a massive boo-boo by making a bike that's, it's like Lamb Chop said, he goes, it's like it's in its own little category now, maybe with the Kawasaki H2, which again is probably more exciting. It's just like, what have they done, Suzuki? Suzuki, if you're watching this, start making some mental bikes again. I used to have the GSXR 1100 back in the day, WP. Let's get these back. Come on, bring back some excitement. Stop being boring. The Suzuki Hayabusa has been overtaken. It's outdated, even with the 8s, and it's boring. So that's my rant over and done with. Anyway, I hope that Batman had a good time, and thanks for watching. So like I always say, if you like the videos, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, smash that red subscribe button, that'd be great. That is only if you're going to watch the videos. And I will see you in the next video. And that is Jim Diesel out.